Hi everybody, and welcome to week 4 of Social and Economic Justice 2. This week we are going to be focusing on community practice theory. And just as when you're working with an individual client, you need to ground your practice in some kind of theoretical framework, we also need to do the same thing when we're working with communities. So this week you're going to be introduced to a range of theories related to community practice, and it's really impossible in a short course like this to address them all in depth, but it will give you some idea of the variety of options available, and some of the readings this week will give you some insight into how to approach deciding which theoretical framework you're going to use in doing a community needs assessment. So let's start with our objectives and readings for the week. Alright, so our objectives are for you to be able to describe important elements of multiple community practice theories, to describe the various roles social workers can play in community practice, and then to also demonstrate the ability to select appropriate practice models. So the first set of readings for this week involve a series of community practice models. And this first article that you'll be reading really makes the case or tries to address how we go about determining what practice model to use when there are so many models out there, and offers a certain perspective on how to do that. And again, a number of these readings are from the University of Kansas's Community Toolbox, and these will all be helpful for you as you're, again, working on your dyad projects. And then you will also have a reading on changing communities, right? Because once you have this community practice model and you've conducted a needs assessment, your intent in doing so is ultimately to make some kind of change. And this article, again from the Community Toolbox, will help you consider how to go about choosing strategies to promote community health and development. There also are a number of supplemental readings that while not required, are optional and could also be useful to you, so I would also check those out. Here for a second. There we go. So you have one discussion post this week, and this discussion post involves the important characteristics of community practice models. So after you've done the readings for the week and read about various community practice models, in this post you are going to identify what you see as the 3 or 4 most important characteristics of an effective community practice model. You'll write your post, obviously in your own words, you all know that, that captures these important characteristics, and then explain why you think they're important. And you also will want to include references to at least 2 of the week's readings in your post. So that initial post is due on Thursday, and then by Sunday you'll respond to 2 classmates. And in your responses, you want to be thinking about the characteristics that your classmates have selected, and what do you think is the strength of their selections. And if there are any other characteristics that you think might be better, what are they, and why do you think they might be better? So that's a pretty straightforward discussion post this week. Again, your initial post is due Thursday. Your responses are due between Friday and Sunday. Make sure you adhere to the word limitations. Again, use APA formatting for all citations. Oops. Okay. Assignment 2, Community Needs Analysis. That is your dyad project, and we have one group of 3, I believe. And that assignment is due on, oops, sorry, I had to pause there for a moment. So again, this assignment, your Community Needs Analysis, is due on Sunday at 11:59. One member of your team will upload your paper in this area. So again, only one of you needs to actually submit the paper. Please make sure you have proper APA formatting, title page, references page, headings, etc. If you don't provide those, I will return your paper to you ungraded, and you'll need to revise that and resubmit it within 4 days. And that would count as a revision, so your final grade would not be able to exceed a B. So please make sure you include proper APA formatting. It should be organized like a paper. And if anyone has any questions about doing that, there is a video here to walk you through that. The other thing I will say about the community needs analysis, I did also post a video back in week 2 reviewing the specific instructions and guidelines for that assignment. So if you did not watch that, I would encourage you to look back in the announcements from week 2 and to watch that video. And then finally, we have reached the middle of the course. We are in week 4, and again, I say this in every class, but I'm always amazed at how quickly these 7-week classes go by. We've reached the halfway point. I would ask that you please complete the mid-semester evaluation. I do take those seriously, and to the extent that I can make any adjustments based on the feedback that I get, I will definitely do so. Again, with a 7-week course, sometimes it's hard to make any major changes, but if there are things that I can adjust for the last few weeks, I will do that. So that's it for the overview of the assignments this week. It's pretty straightforward. Again, you have the one discussion post, and you have your assignment 2 community needs analysis due Sunday. If anyone has any questions about anything, please feel free to email me or to post in the Ask the Instructor forum. And I'm really looking forward to reading your community needs analyses. You all have really great topics and communities that you're focusing on. And actually, I think you'll find when you get to reading one another's assignments, some of you also have some overlap. So I think it'll be really interesting to see how different groups who are working with similar communities may approach their needs analyses differently. Okay, again, if you have any questions, feel free to email me. Have a great week. Thanks.